Ariel, the mermaid princess, is the youngest among King Triton's daughters. He's the ruler of merpeople in Atlantica. Despite never actually seeing it, she's totally into the human world. Thing is, her dad King Triton laid down the law and made it crystal clear that no merfolk are allowed to surface, all because a human was responsible for offing Ariel's mom. Now Ariel's got this thing for collecting human stuff, and lucky for her, she's got a couple pals to back her up. There's Flounder, her best bud who's a sergeant major fish, and Scuttle, this northern gannet who's also in on the action. If you're looking for captivating movie insights, exciting sneak peeks, and amazing content, be sure to give that like button a solid hit and hit that subscribe for our channel. And remember, flip that notification switch so you're always in on the loop. Ariel totally blows off that coral moon thing she was supposed to do with her sisters, and you can bet Triton's not happy about it. He gives her an earful for sure. But then, get this, she spots some awesome fireworks lighting up the ocean sky, and guess what? She decides to swim up and get a front row seat to the show. Turns out, those fireworks are coming from the ship of Prince Eric, this dude who rules over Chill Island Kingdom nearby. Ariel eavesdrops on Eric talking to his Prime Minister Grimsby. He's all about exploring the great unknown and helping out his kingdom peeps. Just when things are getting interesting, a storm rolls in, and the ship smashes into the rocks. Total disaster, right? So now, everyone's scrambling to hop into lifeboats and escape the chaos. Ariel swoops in, grabs Eric, and brings him ashore. She's got this killer siren voice that she uses to sing her heart out and save the dude's life. She bolts before he's fully awake though. Once Eric's back in action, his adoptive mom, Queen Selena, slams the brakes on his sailing dreams. No more sea adventures for him thanks to that close call. Ariel's sisters are all like, Ariel's kinda spacey, don't you think? So Triton, their dad, gets wind of it and checks in with his advisor, Sebastian the Crab. Turns out, Ariel's been doing some major hero moves. She saved the human's life. Triton goes ballistic and heads to Ariel's hangout to lay down the law. He loses his cool when she won't pinky swear to stay away from the surface. And he goes nuclear on her collection of human stuff. Total wreckage. Right after Triton's dramatic exit, Ariel gets a visit from a couple of sketchy moray eels. They whip out this image of Ursula, who's apparently Triton's black sheep sister and Ariel's estranged aunt. She got the boot from Atlantica a cool 15 years back. And guess what? Ursula offers to lend Ariel a hand. So Ariel decides to tag along with the eels, and they lead her to Ursula's hideout. The sea witch lays out a deal. She'll work her magic and turn Ariel into a human for a mere 3 days. But here's the catch. Ariel's got to score a true love's kiss from Eric during that time if she wants to stay human forever. Fail, and back to being a mermaid with Ursula cashing in on the deal. Ariel's gotta ditch her tail, the whole underwater breathing gig, and her killer siren voice. Ursula's gonna stash that one in a nautilus shell. But Ariel's down with it, and the deal's a go. Boom! She's got human legs now. Flounder and Sebastian play tour guides, bringing Ariel up to the surface. She gets a rescue by some fisherman dude, who then drops her off at this island kingdom, right at Eric's fancy castle. Eric's been going nuts trying to find the mystery lady who saved them. So, when word comes in that Ariel's in town, he's like, gotta dash. But then, he's totally bummed because Ariel can't even say a word. Instant buzzkill. So that same night, Ariel's like a curious cat, snooping around Eric's castle and checking out his stash of cool stuff he picked up on his adventures. They end up bonding big time, geeking out over his collection. Next morning rolls around, and Eric's all about showing Ariel the local hotspots in the kingdom. Sneaky Sebastian's been tailing Ariel on land and figures out that Ursula's spell's got a sneaky trick. Ariel's brain's on vacation and forgot about the smooch mission with Eric. Sebastian, Flounder, and Scuttle take it upon themselves to play matchmakers for Ariel and Eric. They almost nail it with the kiss. But Ursula's eels swoop in and ruin the party. Ursula is ticked off by the near miss and goes full makeover, becoming a smoking hot young woman named Vanessa. She hijacks Ariel's siren voice to hypnotize poor Eric. Meanwhile, over in Atlantica, Triton's got the whole kingdom searching high and low for Ariel. After barking orders at his other daughters to keep looking, he starts to feel some major regret for how he's treated Ariel and for not lending an ear to her in the first place. The next morning dawns, and Ariel and her crew find out Eric's planning to spill the beans about getting hitched to Vanessa later that day. Scuttle's the detective here and uncovers Vanessa's true identity, spilling the beans to Ariel. She's all like, hold up, and races to the engagement shindig, ready to face off with Ursula and smash that nautilus shell. Ariel's pipes make a comeback, and Eric snaps out of his spell. They're about to seal the deal with the smooch, but the sun clocks out for the day. And Ariel's back to being a mermaid. Ursula's true form makes a comeback too, and she snatches Ariel and dips back into the ocean like a villainous gymnast. Triton gets in Ursula's face, demanding Ariel's release. But Ursula drops a bomb. The deal she cut with Ariel is rock solid. Triton swaps himself for Ariel, and those eels of Ursula zap him into dust, freaking Ariel out big time. Ursula snags Triton's fancy trident, but before she can make Ariel her next victim, in storms Eric. He starts causing a ruckus, and Ursula loses it, accidentally frying her eels. With steam coming out of her ears, she uses the trident to go giant-sized and whips up a storm that's like, "Get out of my way!" While Eric's causing a scene, Ariel makes a bold move. She hauls herself onto a ship that popped up and steers it just right, skewering Ursula with the broken-off bowsprit. And that's the end of Ursula. Triton's back in the land of the living, and both him and Ariel are like, whoa, we owe each other big time. Eric finally gets back home, and Selena's all, okay, fine. You and Ariel are the real deal. After some soul-searching, Triton realizes Ariel's still feeling blue even though she's back home like he wanted. Sebastian drops some wisdom, and Triton's like, alright, let's make it official. He turns Ariel into a full-time human, and boom, she's back with Eric. Ariel and Eric make a rad decision to hit the road together. And guess what? Both sets of parents are cool with it. Plus, they've got a whole crew from land and sea cheering them on. If you were swept away by the magical world of The Little Mermaid, spread the love by giving that like button a solid tap. For more enchanting updates, spellbinding movie reviews, and captivating fantasy and musical content, make sure to hit that subscribe button and don't forget to flick on those notifications.